Grantchester is well known as an ensemble drama, and Season 8's concluding 2 hours gave viewers a real taste of its intricate storytelling. Due to the unexpected alignment in scheduling, the last 2 episodes were presented together, and this pairing proved quite effective. It allowed viewers to sidestep the painful cliffhanger that would have centered on Will's disappearance at the end of the 5th episode, and also made the Vicar's downward spiral feel both unbroken and compelling. Grantchester Season 8 Episode Finale Review. There's an immense sadness in Will's turning to bar fights as a way to feel alive, but this aligns perfectly with the lost existence he's always led. Perhaps finding someone to engage in a brawl with is a coping strategy that makes the most sense to him, especially when all other support systems in his life have failed him. Though these supports are missing largely due to Will's own actions, the emptiness they leave in his soul is deeply palpable and real. Interestingly, even with the hints at Tom Brittney leaving the show and many narrative signs pointing to his exit, Will concludes the season quite contentedly. Bonnie gives birth to a son named James George, and Will effortlessly overcomes a sort of addiction to pills. Most crucially, he seems to have an emotional breakthrough while consoling a young boy in a situation similar to his own. The fact that he finally stops blaming himself for a death he didn't mean to cause is a relief. An alternative ending might have seen Will deciding to leave town and start over, perhaps a more fitting narrative conclusion to his story. However, because the creators of Grantchester make cast changes in premieres rather than finales, the show will now have to find a believable reason for Will and Bonnie to move their new family next year. Though this may seem unusual, it's hard to be upset about the season's happy ending. Characters such as Geordie, who keeps his job after a strange physical altercation with Leonard, Kathy, who enjoys her promotion, and Larry, who shows he might be a good cop, all experience growth. Ms. Scott helps directly in a case, and Leonard and Daniel reunite. Nearly everyone evolves, except for Bonnie, but at least she's not relegated to visiting her parents for the 4th time. The theme of forgiveness is central to the season. Bonnie quickly forgives her husband for disappearing, Leonard apologizes for his harsh words to Will and realigns his priorities. He then physically runs to find Daniel to mend their relationship. Even Geordie and Larry seem to reach a new understanding. Everyone comes together to celebrate and support the Davenports as Bonnie gives birth. This sense of community is vital to what makes Grantchester special and has likely contributed to its survival through 3 major cast changes in 8 years. While Grantchester is a technical show with a religious figure at its center, it's really a show about service. It's a story that emphasizes how we can and should help one another in the world, irrespective of our beliefs. It's hopeful without being overly preachy. This theme of service and love is vividly depicted throughout the season, especially in the last 2 episodes. Characters consistently support and love each other, showing that there are countless ways to be a light for others. Geordie, Jack, Mrs. C, and Officer Mac all play their roles, stressing that we may not all be able to do huge things, but we can do small things with great love. Grantchester Season 8 successfully interweaves numerous human emotions, relationships, and growth. From despair to forgiveness, love, and community, the season blends these themes with realistic characters, culminating in a satisfying conclusion that emphasizes the beauty of loving and serving others with sincerity and compassion. This season will be remembered for its depth, complexity, and human touch, leaving an indelible mark on the viewers' hearts.